Get out of survival mode. Process what you need to process. Change and adapt to your current season of life. And that's the biggest problem, especially for us women. We want to do everything, be everything at our own expense. Our health, our sleep, our well-being. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. At the end of the year is such an amazing time to connect with family, spend time with them. People get, time off from work, it's holiday. And it's such an extra special time for me because I got married in December, and so my anniversary is in December, and the following week after the new year is my birthday. It's an amazing time to introspect, self-reflect. All my late teen years and early 20s I've spent in survival mode. And there's nothing bad about survival mode, but it was difficult coming from a war-torn country before the age of 10, going to a neighboring country, and then coming here, a new country, understanding a new culture, understanding new educational system, and understanding the society that you live in is not easy. Figuring out the life that you want to lead here, now that you have the opportunity, the peace of mind. And you know what? I'm so grateful for my parents deciding and pursuing to seek a better future for their children. Because today I'm in a country where we have access to education. Yes, you have to work for it. It's not free in America, but I can support myself. You have access to jobs, you have access to a lot of things. And that in of itself is such a blessing that we took for granted, People complain a lot right now, and there might be valid reasons to complain. It might not be sustainable to constantly live in a survival mode, constantly overworking yourself. You have no time for your kids or your family. It's not sustainable. But you also have to understand that there are people out in the world that have it worse than you do. Be grateful for the peace of mind, for the access to education, to work, to your car, all the blessings that you have in your life. The more grateful you are, the healthier you are internally. I think that's my son. Seeing what other people are going through is really helpful, and it puts things in perspective for you. It makes you be grateful for what you have. So if we're always looking up, there is this anxiety, this anxious feeling that I have to keep going, and I'm never content with what I have. But reminding yourself of the blessings that you have, you'll become grateful. And when you are grateful, you're operating from a place of peace, contentment. You can always seek more, and it doesn't, they're not separate. You can be grateful and continuously seek more and do more. And that's how we're wired as human beings. We love challenges. We love to make a progress. But what I have noticed is, because people start out in survival mode, meeting their basic needs is their most important focus. We get stuck in that stage. Even long after you have the finances, you have the home, you have the family, you have the resources, you stay stuck in that stage. And the most important thing that you can do for yourself is understand functioning in survival mode is not normal. Temporarily you can do it, but long term staying in that state will mess you up mentally, and your health too, your physical health. The next stage, I believe, is healing and dealing with the things that you got through in life, that you went through, that you did not process and dealt with. Because staying in survival mode, not processing events and things that happen to you, and trying to move on and going up in life, it's not going to work out. Because the things that you went through, the experiences, the childhood traumas, and when I say trauma, don't think about big stuff. Think about minor events that could be stressful to a child. Don't think about the adult version of you. I'm not thinking about the version of me right now that's talking right in front of the camera. I'm talking about the 5-year-old version of Zainab. I'm talking about the 9-year-old version of Zainab. What did she go through? The 10, 15, 17-year-old Zainab, what did she experience? If we don't go and look back and heal those things, they are going to impact our health. And we actually learned this in nursing school, how childhood trauma affects your health. And now I'm learning that the way that you grew up, the things that you experience affects everything, not just your health. It affects your relationships, romantic, friendships. It impacts your self-worth and self-perception, what you believe about yourself, how you see yourself. It affects the amount of money you make and the amount of money you allow yourself to make. It affects a lot of things. It affects how you parent. Oh, that one. Staying in that survival mode, you have no time or space to look at this stuff. But if you don't deal with this stuff, your childhood traumas, the things that you went through that you didn't process, you try to take them with you and go up in life, but it is not sustainable. There are stages to development, to life, and not everybody is on the same stage. And not every stage is the same. Each stage requires a different version of you. I am now understanding what it means not to be in survival mode and the importance of not being in survival mode for a long time. For example, if you grew up with instability, there's a lot of instability in your childhood, a lot of scarcity, financial scarcity, scarcity of resources, and things were always framed like there's not enough, then as an adult, you don't want to feel that feeling that you used to feel as a child. So what's the answer? Kill yourself to death trying to seek more. Even when you have enough to sustain you, to help you, you would keep going and seeking more. Because our nervous system does not understand that you are safe now, you're okay now. And you can be okay in situations that are not the best, but it requires a lot of faith, a lot of faith. This reminds me of Palestine and what they're going through, the genocide that they're going through. But they have a smile on their faces. It's a level of faith that I aspire to. That nothing in this world can shake you. Not that I want the genocide on anybody, but their strength and their level of faith is a testimony to what the human being is capable of when they have faith, when they have gratitude. Get out of survival mode. It is not healthy. It is not sustainable. So get out of it as soon as you can, in whatever ways that you can. Don't expand your responsibilities while you're in survival mode. Do what you need to do. Get out of survival mode. Then when you're in a space to heal yourself, then expand your responsibilities. Then you have the time to acquire relational skills, acquire knowledge in regards to parenting and child psychology and how to raise children appropriately. But if you're trying to do all of that while you are in survival mode, it's not fair to the kids. We have responsibility to do what's right. If you already have like kids or you're in a relationship while you're in survival mode, try to fix it. Be in survival mode, that's okay, because that's the state you are in currently. But also at the same time, improve your relational skills, improve your parenting skills, so that we minimize the childhood traumas that our children will experience, so that we continue and grow in our relationships. This is not an easy task. It is not an easy task, because everything that you need to do to heal requires you to slow down, to be in your body, to understand, and to do inner work with a therapist, with a coach, or even with yourself, journaling and processing things. The biggest problem that I see is when we are in survival mode, we make plans based on survival mode. Because that is where you are at that stage. You're not thinking about these things that are ahead of you. So when you get to the point of having a relationship, having kids, it becomes a struggle. It becomes a struggle. And because of the habits that you have developed in survival mode of like go, 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 go all the time, is what you were trying to do in this state. It is a blessing having that understanding, because the people that are in survival mode are going to look at you like you're crazy. And the people that are in the healing stage understand the people that are in survival mode, because they're like, I went through that, I understand, no judgment. But I hope you figured out that this state is not sustainable. And I feel like the culture in America is built on survival mode. It's built on constantly being on the go. But that is not sustainable for the human psyche, for the human body, and for the human spirit. It is not. And when we continue down this path, we will see a lot of health problems. We'll see a lot of mental health issues and impact that has on family and how children are raised. It's a deeper issue. And sometimes you can't fix a whole country, but you can fix your family. And if we start fixing things at the family level, there's hope that one day we'll fix the country. So yeah, get out of survival mode. Process what you need to process. Change and adapt to your current season of life. And that's the biggest problem, especially for us women. We want to do everything, be everything at our own expense. Our health, our sleep, our well-being. People say knowledge is power. Understanding your body as a human being, how your hormones function, when things are not aligned, when you are overexerting yourself, when you are not processing your emotions, just burying them deep in your body, how all of these things affect you. Once you understand that, making choices in life that are aligned with what's in the best interest for you becomes easy, even if it looks crazy to everybody else. Because you understand this is not something that you're willing to lose. Your health and sanity is not something that you're willing to lose. And the problem is, it's not something that is immediate. You might not have your body breaking down immediately. The body can handle a lot. But when you reach 45 and you fall apart and you have midlife crisis and you have health issues, that's when most people wake up. But why can't we wake up in our 20s? Understanding that work is 1/3 of life, and the work that we do has to be meaningful. You're not thinking of all of that stuff when you're in survival mode. You're just thinking about anything works at this state. You're just like, I need to survive, right? You're doing jobs that you don't care, you don't have any attachment to it. It's just a paycheck for you. You might get into a career that you don't care about, but you get that sense of security from it. The safety and security that you seek lies in healing your body, processing your traumas, and what you see is possible for yourself, and then securing your own future with your hands. Whether it's doing business, whether it's doing a job, but also learning about investing and how to take care of your future and not mainly relying on that job. It is a process. It takes time. And you'll get there one day. You'll get there one day. But the thing that I wanted to emphasize the most today is it is not okay to be in a state of survival. It is not healthy for you. It is not healthy for your mind, your body, for your soul, and for your money. Because when you are in survival mode, you do not see opportunities to make money. You do not see the value in certain things because you're worried about the immediate needs. So get out of survival mode as soon as you can. There's no shame in it. We all go through it, right? I literally spent the last decade of my life, my late teens and my early 20s, being in survival mode, working, going to school, building a family, a lot of life transitions happening very close in time, and we normalize this and thinking we can continue doing that in the following decades. without any consequences. Yeah, there will be consequences. And certain consequences I'm not okay with. And most people are maybe aware of it, and because they're in survival mode, they are dealing with that and postponing this, or maybe they're not even aware. I don't know. That's why I'm talking about it. I don't know. It is not healthy to stay in this state, you know. Secure your safety, whatever you need to do, and after that, do a work that's meaningful to you. Work is 1/3 of life. The other third is sleeping, and the other third is for the actual life. So do something that doesn't drain you, but brings more fulfillment and gratitude. We only look at the money part because that's how people view money when they're in survival mode. But as you ascend, look beyond that. Look the fulfillment and experiences that expand you and not drain you, that you're getting from your job. So yeah, that's that for today. And these are reflections that I've had over this past month actually, and the first few days of this month. Yesterday was my birthday. Alhamdulillah for growth. Alhamdulillah for more time on this earth to connect with God, to grow, to be better and better the people around me. Alhamdulillah. And I look forward to many more blessed years. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching.